Hello, this is High Templar. Welcome back to my Total War mechanics videos. Today we have 3 kingdoms, and the first thing I did some testing in a game. Obviously, that's me. And I found some interesting things about range units. Firstly, I wanted to show you the difference between the range units. So if I go with this guy, he has access to quite a few of them. Militia archers is what you will start with, and those guys, they have 19 arrow, they have range of 200. They do deal quite a few actually armor piercing damage. 20. That is quite a lot. 19, they have 19 arrows. But what you need to understand is that damage and that number of arrows with that hit points that the units have everywhere here. Like this guy, 144k. That's quite a lot. So, this is not much. Interestingly so, for example, the Crossbow, which is another unit that you can fairly easily get at the start, but it's not a starting unit really. You need to have a proper leader for that. Those guys, they do have more armor. They do have more range. They do have more armor piercing, but not by much. But they have less arrows. And also they shoot very slowly. That's 7 per minute compared to 12. So how would they compare on the battlefield? Is the crossbowman even better? They do cost a lot more. Like significantly more. So let's have a quick look. And then we'll talk a little bit about the 3 kingdoms that range units are not so great, but how can it be? The speed of the units is similar as in previous titles. As you can see, we already started firing. They are firing fire arrows, which means they do less DPS.
Look, the enemy run! Craven!
As you can see, even with started, it just decimated that unit. Yes, they have a lot of arrows still, but the crossbowman decimated this unit. It seems that they are very effective in killing those guys, because those guys do not have that much health. You can actually see the health of the unit here. So range units have significantly less health even though they have the same number of men. Even though you have many guys shooting, compared to previous historical titles, the range units were less numerical than the melee units. Even though the range is higher than in most other Total War titles, still those guys would not do very well. In here it's not fairly visible, but I will show you in a moment. But yes, they did away with those archers fairly easily. The archers try to come back, put a volley of fire arrows, which is great because fire arrows are really damaging. And if you are low on ammo, they are a very good way to deal significant amount of damage, or you can shoot without being threatened. That's also. So yeah, decimated this unit. Still 45% of ammo. Those guys almost 44%, and those guys are almost dead. Unfortunately, these were quite good conditions. Let's have a look at different scenario. So we'll have crossbows shooting at guys, block chance,
out quickly!
The block chance for those guys is 50%. The armor is 20%, but those guys do a lot of armor piercing damage, so that doesn't matter that much. And this is, again, very ideal situation for the battlefield, because I will just sit there and allow them to shoot me. I will not charge at them. Also, from my testing, it seems that units are not much better from the shorter distance than they are from the long distance, which is very unlike Chrome and Warhammer. But yeah, as you can see, it's quite different than before. Yes, they are dealing half of the damage because of the block chance, but look at that, they already used pretty much all of their ammo, and there is more of the Saber Militia than 46. That is also because arrows are much less effective when there is a few guys here, because they are not as accurate. 74 guys left here. As for the shields, I've decided to test what are the angles that those they are. Well, you will see, somewhat similar to the Warhammer actually. From the 45 degrees, the shields will hold. At 50% at that point of time, I believe there was 146 Cyber Militia. Yeah, so that's 49% and 151. So same as from up front, and as you can see, it's the angle of the angle of the unit is quite high. So I'm not sure even that would work in Warhammer. Yeah, but this will go fairly similar to the previous example. We will make them go back and sit there. They run away again, 79 guys. But there is still 10% ammo here. 65 guys with 0% ammo. So similar results. So those shields do hold from that angle, which is something. So you can. One of the effective ways I could think of using those range units is killing the elite ones. Even though they are not as elite as in previous games, they are still a really good target, but only if you can shoot them effectively, not against the unit. Now we are putting our guys from the left, so in Rome 2 that would be a very effective way to defend the unit. I mean, they would take some damage, yes, they would take a lot of damage. But the shields would hold. 58%.
Our warriors run! Craven dogs!
Already 100 men, as you can see. So the shields are not holding from that side. And there is still 50% ammo left here. So a significant difference, right?
Move out quickly!
And the last example. I needed to put them in proper formation. They are being attacked from the left now. So in round 2, that would be unshielded side, a sword side. %66%.
Our warriors run! Craven dogs!
Stop. So as you can see, those guys are at 50 now. 108. So pretty much the same results. Shields do not help you if you face the enemy from the side, from the left side, but at the good angles from both left to right and the right to left, if you do this unit diagonally, they will be able to defend themselves from those arrows. Another thing I wanted to show you is loose formation. Also, this is 4K and it looks quite well, but the unit disappears. You cannot do them justice from so far away, but the faces are done a lot better than in other games. Although, you know, the shields are, yes, they are historically accurate, but I miss round 2 shields and the armors, they were amazing. Alright, same crossbowman unit, but now we are going to lose formation and the wide formation. So basically what I want to show you is there's still 160 guys in here. Half of the unit now. 0 ammo. So basically still half of the unit here. What all that means? Loose formation is obviously a must if you do an archer to archer battle, but if you are charging somebody that is firing at you, loose formation will help you a lot. You will be only weaker to the cavalry charges if you do that. Now the problem with the archers is that they have not many arrows and they cannot deal that much health damage. They can take out a single unit basically, and that is in ideal condition. They could take out 2 if they are sitting on the side of the unit, or they are hitting the unit that do not have shields, and this unit is packed, and you have a good range solution on them. Basically, if they are behind your enemy, behind your lines, and your guys are hitting them at a very steep angle or anything like that, your archers will not do so well. You need to pick a really expensive unit for the enemy to take out, because otherwise it's not really good reason to take those guys. An army with many guys, with many melee units and cavalry units, will mostly beat any army that composes of 3 tiers. I mean, the cavalry, the melee guys, and the range, because they will be able to just go around them, swamp them, there is not really a very good defense against that. That is a problem in this game. The only viable options really have a lot of shock cav, and that would allow you to play your range units fairly well, because they won't be able to go with loose formation. They will not be able to just charge at you, because you could counter charge them and then run away. Yeah, so that's not a very good option then. But that's a very micro intensive play. So yeah, I have my doubts about these units. I'm hoping the better units that will be further in the campaign will be much better. But for now, I will not be using many range units, not as many as in other titles for sure. So that's it. Thank you for watching, hope you like it. If you did, press like on if you will, and see my other videos. Bye.